We are. I
Well,
think,
hi,
I
look at us.
think, look at us. Yeah. I think we're doing okay. It's starting. We're getting, so hi guys. Hello. We're going to give it a few minutes because we have to figure out everything we're doing on this side and it's happening on that side and it's going live's the whole thing. Hi.
Always so professional.
It,
That's us.
that's us being professional.
Hey, Josh is already here. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. Hi, love. All right. Check in and make sure everything's good. So
Hello,
welcome,
punctual
Josh. It's
friend.
nice to, oh yeah, it's nice to see you, Josh. Thank you for coming. Josh is a regular. Thanks, Josh. Yeah. So Julie, how is I know it's only Monday, but how is
Oh,
your day been? Has it been okay? It's been okay, right? It's
it's
okay. It's
it has happened and
it's
occurred.
it
We've
is
only have 3 hours and 58 minutes left. We're here. We're
we're
doing
here.
great.
Hmm.
Call me Pip Pop.
Yeah.
I've had
I've had
worse, but
worse.
we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's something
We're
like that.
okay.
Yeah. So,
How about
yeah.
you? How about your day?
Uh it was a busy day. It was a busy day.
Yeah,
Mom had a doctor's appointment, so you guys know I think a lot of you know I take care of my mom and she is 87 years young. Birthday was yesterday. God help us all. And yeah, so I had to say, well, I mean, she is sassy and saucy as ever. I'm telling you guys, I just hope I have some of that spunk when I'm that old. But who knows? Who knows if I'll make it there?
oh
Let's
yeah.
hope. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
Mary's mom's,
yeah,
or fun fact, my mom's birthday is the day before Mary's mom's birthday.
I know, isn't that crazy?
You
It's
got Gemini
crazy.
moms,
Gemini moms.
June Gemini
Hmm.
moms.
Hmm.
We
So
did not plan that. We did not know.
no, we didn't. How do we know? We had no idea, y'all. We had no
I had
idea.
no
But
idea,
anyway,
girl.
so oh, thanks. Megan's here. Hi, Megan. Josh.
Hey,
That's nice.
Megan.
Yeah. So yeah, so it was a busy day. We got mom to the doctors. He said she's doing great and
That's
came
awesome.
home and chatted with some clients and so it's been busy. It's been busy. Yeah. So and it's been a little crazy. I just think energetic wise it's been something the past few days. Yeah. But
Yeah.
luckily
So is
on
that due?
go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, is that due also to transits or something?
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of things going on. So, we're coming into the Saturn full moon. So you feel the energy of that 2 days before and 2 days after, which is why we're doing the live tonight, guys, so that you get a bunch of information and you can,
Hey,
kind of get things planned in advance for if you want to do anything Wednesday night. So yeah, it's been a lot. We've had Chiron in Aries, we've had Mars and Leo. People are feeling very like emboldened. We
mm,
also, yeah, and we have Pluto and Aquarius, which is going to be there for a while, guys. You've probably heard it for a while. Um,
yeah.
and so you can see things getting very shaken up. Anybody been noticing that?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not necessarily a political podcast, but we do see things going on in the world. And so there's that
I
too. It's
love
just
you
there's just a
covering for
lot.
us. I would make it a political podcast in a heartbeat, and I work very hard not to. And we all know this about
Well,
me, so
it's
I'll just
yeah,
be a
it's a
little quiet. But no, it's crazy and it's out of control.
no,
And it makes
it
sense. Yeah.
it's just so my internet just decided to take a pause. So am I back?
I
Hello?
was gonna say, was it
I
yours
think
or
I'm okay.
mine? I'm like furiously closing windows because also I have way too much open. Oh, Mary, there she goes again.
I don't,
We're doing great. But at least you look cute, and that's
I,
the
I think
best.
both of us are getting blinked on, right? I think both of us are getting blinked, and I don't know what's happening, guys. Just try to hang in there with us. We love you.
We even checked our
Okay, is that a
internet
good way to
before
say it?
this.
We love you. We
We
did.
do.
We did. So hopefully this stays. We're going to send that good energy out there, right? Speaking of good
There you go.
energy, let me chat a little bit about the strawberry full moon that's coming up on Wednesday. So
Oh, yes, tell us.
7:43 a.m. Eastern time. So early in the morning,
Okay.
guys, which means you're going to really see the full moon tomorrow night. I mean, you'll catch it on Wednesday too, but if you get out there tomorrow night, and from what I'm hearing out there, that the full moon is going to be pretty low tomorrow. So if you go outside and look, yeah, it's going to be pretty low. You'll be able to see it really well. So,
Ooh.
so that's it. If you want to get it, a chance to get outside, take some photos. Though with your iPhone, it might get a little. But take some
There
photos
are
and just kind of.
tutorials online of how to fix that though, when you get into the manual settings on your Android or iPhone.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. And guys, use a tripod if you're going to take some pictures of the moon. So, well, I'm just saying, if you can keep your phone steady, right, you can get some really great photos. So, but if you have crystals or you have jewelry that you like to wear, or if there's anything just feeling a little sluggish, you can put it on your windowsill or put it outside if it's safe to do so, so that you can get some nice full moon energy in there of Sag. So, two things I like to talk about with the full moon. One is the sign it's in, and then the actual full moon, what it does itself. So I'll talk Sag, a lot about Sag, because I am a Sag.
Because you are a Sag.
Yes. So if you guys know anything about Sagittariuses, we are adventurous. We're fun. We love to understand the way the world works. So education for us, we love to learn things. We love to read. It doesn't have to be traditional education, though higher education is ruled by that Sagittarius energy. So, yep. And we love things international. We love to learn things about the world. So if you wanted to use, you don't have to be a Sag to use the Sag full moon, and it affects everybody. It doesn't matter what your moon is in. But if you want to build on that energy, you want to think about like the things that you want to be adventurous, the things that you want to be bold about. Sagittariuses are also pretty bold. Yeah, Sagittarius moon represent. There you go, Josh. You've got a big thing coming there. That's awesome. So yeah, that is something that if you're looking for ways to break through, then Sagittarius moon is going to help you a lot. It's very positive. It's very lucky because Sagittarians are ruled by Jupiter. The other thing that's going on with that right now, I'll just tell you guys real quick, is that Jupiter itself, the planet Jupiter, which takes a year to go through a sign, just moved into the sign of Cancer today. So we have Sagittarius's ruler feeling really big and ready to nurture and ready to like help people and be like, oh, what do you need? Let me give you something. So it's a lot of like of that community family feel, right?
Yeah.
So you have that going on. Then you have the Sagittarius full moon, which is like, oh, it's adventure. It's, getting out in there and meeting people. So you might find right now, this is a good time to talk to people that you haven't talked to in a while, or maybe reconnect with people. Be social, talk with folks, see how they're feeling about the world. Hi, Susan. It's nice to see you, hun. Hello, Susan K and Susan A. Hello, ladies. So yeah, that is something that you can work on, which is how do I expand? How do I grow? How do I take those bold chances? That's what the Sagittarius full moon is doing. Now, the other thing about full moons is those are the heightened, the pinnacle of all the energy. So you will feel I don't want to say feelings are going to be like on Wednesday, because they're not. You're just going to be feeling really open and really free. Like Sagittarians are about freedom and adventure. So with the full moon, the energy is heightened. What that means is that there's either beginnings or endings. So, you might be ready to say something to somebody on Wednesday, whether it's good or not so good. I would take a second. I'd take a beat. I know I tell you guys a lot of times to take a beat on this, but especially being a Sagittarius, as I hang my head a little bit, we sometimes the words are coming and we're like, please don't, no, they're out. So yeah, that's right. You've seen it, Jewel. Like you see it, it's like, I can't grab it. It's gone. Yeah. So that is something you want to be really aware of on Wednesday, especially just because our words have power. Wednesday energy, everybody's gonna be feeling a little more sensitive to the energy in the world. Take a breath. Think of how you can reframe it if you have to, but sometimes you just have to let someone have it. Maybe that's the time. I'm just saying the Sag energy will be like, do it. So, is that good? Maybe it could be in some situations, but it could be things like I've gone out and I've called an old boss I need to talk to about, maybe making a reconnection, or I'm going to tell someone how I feel about them, in a good way. So it's
Yeah.
a good day for that. It's like because it has the Sagittarian luck and the Sagittarian energy, it can make things happen for you in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the
And
full moon, Jules?
oh, well, we'll come all I could think suddenly though, you guys forgive me, is about how like you were like, and you can say things, and I was like, or you can say it like this new Cardi B single that's about to drop, where you're just gonna read somebody to filth. So let's be prepared if that's what's about to come out.
Right.
Maybe you do, maybe you know you shouldn't. Who knows
I
which way
mean,
to go?
yeah. I mean, Cardi is
Yeah, I'm right. I'm
she's
ready for that whole single to anyway. Anyway,
yeah. I mean,
um,
she's laying it out there, Cardi. She's had it. She has had it. I
I
think with
don't
what's
blame
going
her.
on. Yeah,
I
no,
like
no.
her.
Yeah.
She and I have
Sad.
that Aries moon.
Mm,
But
yeah,
anyway, what I
yeah.
was gonna say was, oh, you were talking about like putting like jewelry and crystals and things like that out. And I know a lot of people talk about like charging things, like putting energy in it, but you can also use it because it's the full moon and you're starting like a release cycle. It's a good time to be like, maybe I'm like, I'll put one of these out to like release any stuff that it doesn't need to hold anymore. Cause one of these I wear
Mm,
for more of a like blocker kind of
mm,
absorbs negative stuff, right? So
yeah.
you can set it out with the intention to release, and the recharging of it is actually letting go of things it doesn't need to hold anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're, we talk about you can do magic anytime. If you need it, you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
also, you can plan for if you wanted to do something longer that's going to take a little while, that you want to bring a longer timeline to your work. Remember that the moon is going to be waning during this time. So it's a good time
Mm,
to put out things that you want to diminish or get rid
mm-hmm.
of. And as
Yep.
the moon cycles through, it makes them smaller and smaller, smaller.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking about.
So
What do you think
for
about that?
Well, now that you're saying this, so like I want to work with the energy that's out there, right? So we've got a Sagittarius full moon. Sagittarians are fire signs. They like energy and action. So say for example, you're like,
Hmm.
I want to start a new exercise regimen, even though
Yes.
it's starting to go down, waning. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's okay because you can set it up like I'm going to start this new exercise routine so that I can change some of the habits I don't like in my life anymore. See what I mean? So even though it's waning, which means it's getting smaller, like Jules said, guys. Hey Billy, um, you can always use it to like, I want to bring this into my life by reducing this. See what I mean?
Right. Like
So
releasing blockers to, releasing like what kind of why can't I think of the word? Like excuses that I have that
right.
stop me from achieving the goal I want to, working out more, or eating this way,
Yeah.
or, writing a book or whatever it is that you're
Mhm.
wanting to work on that you're not getting to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And the other thing I'll just say, I mean, here I go off on my little tangents, guys. I'm sorry.
do it.
But I was talking to Julie today about some stuff and about like kind of like what I want to change in my life and what I want to do. And when we were talking about it, we were saying like we need to look at it almost for those of you in corporate or those of you who have been in corporate, like a project, like this is what I want to happen.
Yeah.
And then now I'm going to take all these steps to do it. So the
Yeah.
great thing about the Sagittarius moon is it makes you think really huge. Like you can think like to the stars and back. And there's nothing wrong with that. But also remember, like our part in it is doing the steps towards it. We tell the universe, we tell, whoever you believe in on the other side, this is what I am trying to accomplish. We have to do
Mm.
our part. But the universe will also help us in that if we're clear on the thing we want, not necessarily. And this is where I stumble sometimes as I try to say, well, how am I going to get that thing I want?
Yeah.
Or how am I going to get that life I want? I can't ask the how question because my mind is too involved to think about all the possibilities of how. So I just try to
Yeah.
say, here's what I want. Here's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm going to take these steps. Universe, you know what I'm doing. Tell me what to do from here. And I think sometimes the universe will give us these things that we're like, that could wait, how did that happen? But sometimes that's the way it happens,
Yeah.
right? It's just we put it out there, we tell the universe what we want, and then the universe says, "Oh, hey, take this road. Take this place. Do look at this thing, read this article, read." So, the universe can be
Yeah.
very subtle too, guys. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been hit over the head with a universal 2x4 message. Oof, some of those have been,
We all have.
but then I keep going back. Hey, whack me some more. But if I focus and I say, seriously, if I focus and say, this is what I want to accomplish, and these are the things I'm going to do to get there, the universe is like, got you. Let me show you the rest of the way. So it's not just up to us as humans to do this stuff. We have all of these helpers and these ancestors and these folks and just people on the earth too. You get those thoughts about, I got to call this friend, I got to see how they're doing, I got to mention this to somebody. It's like the universe also kind of gives you a little tap on the shoulder and says, what about this or that? So remember that, guys. Sometimes like you get this feeling like you should call somebody, or you should check in on someone, or you should send them something. There's a reason. It's the universe is like, pss, 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 pss. Hey, what about this? So I would definitely, it might seem weird, it might be like, why am I thinking about doing that? Just do it. Just do
Yeah,
it.
and when it's the kind that just seems weird like that, it's different when it's coming from external source than from like in you, right? We talk about that all
Right,
the
right,
time,
definitely.
that it's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a different voice or whatever, so that it's not like, oh, I
Hmm.
should call this person who was really mean to me. That'll be good for me. Like, no.
No, 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 yo,
So
no. There's
maybe
no
it's not
reason to
just
call
everybody that
somebody.
pops in your head. Maybe we use a little discernment. It's a little
Thank you
discernment.
for saying that, Jules.
I'm a downer. That's just how she's downer
No, you're
today.
not. No, you're
But
right. No, you're not at all. No, no, no. You're mentioning important things. Like there's always these things we have to think about when we put stuff out into the universe. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be this magician or this witch and go out and do magic. A lot of it is I make a request of what is out in the universe because the universe is really abundant and let's see what it brings me back. So, oh, here's another thing I feel like we have to talk about,
what you
Jules.
got?
Do you get
What?
people who ask you about when like I have people that say to me, I've heard I shouldn't do
Mhm.
manifestations for like myself. Like that's selfish to ask.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
That feels like
Why?
no, I won't say it that way. That feels like
Okay.
messaging from a different group that does not want us to work very strongly to lift ourselves up all the time. So,
Right. It's
you
interesting
gotta
because I
do
think
stuff for
sometimes
yourself to take care for yourself.
yes, yes,
So,
yes. I think we forget we're empowered people. Like we are empowered people. Yes, things have happened to us. Yes, people have done crappy stuff. Yes, but we're also really empowered people. And if we um take those steps forward, even if they're baby steps, I think we can see things change in our lives, and that helps build confidence, and that helps
yeah.
build our self-worth. And so when you take these extra steps, when you take those chances, when you get big in that
Yeah.
Sagittarius energy like we're talking about for Wednesday, then that's how things happen. And there's been plenty of times I've had people say to me stuff like, well, how did you get that? Like, how did you do that? I'm like, I asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I asked.
Yeah.
I requested it. I sent the email. I asked somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just sometimes you just gotta put yourself in that
Go
space
for it.
to, yeah, and go for it. And I know I'm not trying to be rah-rah, guys. I'm just saying, like, from as a human being, as someone who's trying to navigate this world like everybody else, I know there's times I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen for me that way. And I'm like, wait, I
Yeah.
felt this thing to email someone. I'm gonna email them.
No, that's fair though, because I think that
Hmm.
like I know that for me, this happens all the time. And whether it's like
Hmm.
how you're talking about, how are we gonna like write the work? Like, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know what I'm
Right.
gonna like ask for. How are you gonna do that? And like my brain starts to wrap too far around it that we've
Hmm.
passed discernment and are into like anxiety or
Right.
or whatever,
Right.
perfectionism, whatever like that. So, I mean, I think that for those of us who worry that we have to, if we don't say it exactly right, or if we don't do it exactly right, like,
Mhm.
well, then, like, we're boned or whatever.
Right.
I think
Right.
there's what you're talking about, like, you don't have to know everything, just to do your part that you know you can do,
Mhm.
right? And then
Absolutely. Absolutely.
more things
Bec
will be presented to you.
Right, it's not our job to figure out the how. It's not really, and I know that
Mm,
sounds weird, guys, but it really isn't our job to figure out the how. Our job is to figure out what we are hoping to accomplish, what we want to change, whatever it is, okay? And then we
yeah,
say we're committed to that. So yes, universe, that is what I want. But the thing is,
mhm,
guys, it's never going to be comfortable. Like it's never ever going to be comfortable when we're
yeah,
doing something that's scary to us. It's not going to get comfortable until we do it.
yeah. Just
So yeah, just I think my internet is being grumpy.
it's a little
Yep.
bonkers, but
Okay.
we never know. It might turn out great
Sorry.
on the
I'm
other end. I
sorry,
just keep
guys.
like,
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know
who
why it's
knows
doing
what
this.
it actually
Let
looks
me
like.
what Why we're here. I'm gonna switch internets real quick, Jules. So
Yes.
why don't you talk for a moment? I'll be right back.
What if I do a little dance? Do this. But no, okay. So we know I'm not good at this part by myself because I get nervous. But yeah, well, if you want, you guys, why don't you go ahead and comment things you might be doing for the full moon? I know that I'm going to set a couple things out to release any energy I don't need on them anymore. Probably light a candle because you all know all I do is burn like 18 candles a day. Not really, but literally like at least 10. And then what else can we do? Oh, she's back. Yay! Saved from my rambling. Maybe she's not back.
Back. I'm not back. And yet I thought I
There you
was,
are.
and
There
then
you
here
are.
I am, and then I'm out. And
There you are.
okay, sorry, guys.
I'm just talking
I'm
about
so
putting
sorry,
stuff in the
guys.
moon and burning candles. You know how I am. That's all it was.
Well, I love that. I mean, burning candles is
That's
great, and
all.
it's also kind of a way to be on the down low, isn't it? You can kind of be on the down low with candles. People
It
don't need to
is.
know.
Yeah. They don't have to
Hmm.
know. I mean, sometimes
I
you
just
get
like
some with
candles,
stuff on it, and so people know, but they don't
right?
have to. You can just have little tea lights. You can just
Yeah.
have little plain candles. You could
Hmm.
tell your Yankee Candle to do stuff for you, or whatever branded candle people use nowadays. Yankee Candle feels very uh late 90s Southern lady, and that is where I grew up. So, but
I think that's wonderful. I think it's great. I do. I really think it's great.
go out and
Yeah.
make
Yeah. I mean, listen, I used to get Yankee candles all the time. They still sell them on
okay.
Amazon. They sell them on Amazon. I don't know if you know that.
Do they still sell? Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
They sell them different places, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
Hey, Bettina. I love
But
Josh's.
yeah, I mean, you get a
Go ahead. I'm sorry, girl. I interrupted you.
dude, those sand and fog candles,
Yes.
I haven't gone there yet. I put them in my cart and then I remove them from my cart. And then I put them in my cart to try to get the dopamine and I let them go. Yeah, I'm gonna want to need what? No, I want
Ah,
all those candles. I want all the
really,
candles.
sand and fog. They're delightful. Is that because I'm new? Smells so nice. Oh, see, I'm a sucker for a good
There,
smelling
yeah,
candle. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
true. So, Jules, just like because you're the candle guru here, right?
Oh
So
Lord.
you, well, you are. So I am someone who doesn't do magic, say, right? But I want to buy a candle and
Okay,
work
we
with
can
it a
pretend.
bit. Yeah, right. We
Yeah,
can pretend.
I'm joking.
No, well,
I'm
it's true.
joking.
I'm like, I don't do magic. Um,
Imagine
yes,
for
imagine.
just a moment.
Yeah, for a moment. Picture
No,
this.
but yes,
Malden, 1990. No,
Mal Malden.
Malden. Um, so if I'm somebody who's like, I want to like manifest a new job, or I want to manifest more money, but
Sure,
I am not a witch. Like this. So what would
sure.
you recommend for folks to do? Like if I want to go buy a candle and
Totally basic. Here's the basic of basics. You get a
okay,
white candle.
white
You get
candle,
a white
dollar store.
candle.
Dollar store white candle,
right?
okay,
Dollar
right?
store white candle. Dollar store white candle will work. You hold said dollar store white candle in your little paws, and you just think about what you
Just
want or whatever you're trying to manifest or whatever you're asking. Yes, just hold in your little paws. I was like, why don't I have a candle over here? I've had one. They're never in here, but I've had them over here for
I,
days because we've been
I was
working
gonna,
stuff.
yeah, okay,
But you
so I
hold it in
got
your
it.
little paws
Hmm.
and you think about what you want. What are you
Okay.
trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do? And you put all that intention in that candle. You
Hmm.
can talk to it, you cannot. There was a discussion,
Yeah,
sidebar, quick discussion the other day about how,
yeah.
like, do you have to say your manifestations, prayers, whatever, out loud, or can you say them in your head? I mean, I'm in my head kind of girl,
Yeah,
unless it's like a really big deal. And then I'm like,
right.
oh my God, please. Like, like I'm dying over here. But so don't sweat that part. However, you like to think about connecting with that
Right,
energy, Mary, say it again. Um,
right.
and then when you feel like you've outlined it enough, sufficiently
Hmm.
put enough in there, don't get perfectionistic about it.
Hmm.
And then you just light your candle
Hmm.
and you burn it safely in your home.
There you go.
What does that mean? That means you don't leave your house with just a candle burning to burn your house down because you wanted to get
Please
more
don't.
money. So you got an insurance settlement because you accidentally burn your house down. That's not how we want that to go down for you.
No. What
Right?
a good point. What
That's
a
the
good point.
basics.
Yeah.
The basics are have said candle, think about what you want. However you do that for yourself. Do you feel it like in your heart? Do you just like feel it in your mind? Like
Hmm.
how does that in your day to day when
Hmm.
you're feeling your emotions in your body? And if you aren't, maybe that's something we work on. But
Right,
however
right.
that works for you, you're just putting that intention into that candle.
Hmm.
And then when you light it, you're releasing that energy out to whoever you're praying to
Hmm.
or whatever energy you're working with, because not everybody works with deities. So,
Right, right.
you
And
know,
if you don't have someone like a you're not religious, say you're more spiritual, you just work kind of work with the universe, you can send it out to the universe. If you have someone specific
right,
or like an ancestor, you can ask
right.
them. I
Yep.
I don't know what
And you're
this
just
just
talking to them when you're talking to the
yeah,
candle.
yeah. And so think of it as like you're talking to someone that you love. You're sitting there with them, or and you're like, listen, help
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
other thing I just thought of for folks that are trying to bring in more money, and we can, guys can let us know
Oh,
the next time. But like I have in the past,
we're
and
all
I actually got to start doing this again. Couple of my you're like, excuse me, let me get my pen. Couple of money things that I used to do was if I had the bigger bills, I do this even with like ones and fives though. I'll write return to me times 100, and I write it. So I actually have a dollar bill behind me, but I
ooh.
write it. I write it all around the dollar bill.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that you're not supposed to write on money. So I didn't tell you guys to do that. But I used to write on the money, or I used to hold the money and pray on it, like, or to give my
Yeah.
intentions at it. Like, I'm going to spend you right now, but I want you to come back 1,000-fold, you
Yeah.
know?
I think
Or if
there's
you have a lot of,
also, I think, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say something snarky. I was going to say, I think
I
there's a
love
lot of
snark.
things happening at a governmental level that just writing that around the edge of it isn't really going to be the worst thing that happens. I think you'll be okay.
I'm just saying, guys, I understand it's
See,
not the thing,
downer,
but
downer.
no, but
Let me
I
drink my
just,
drink. You talk.
it's like that lawyer that says, here are things that I'm going to tell you to do that probably won't get you arrested, but don't do any of them. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like I didn't
Right,
necessarily tell you to
right.
write on your money in case anybody asked. And you're not writing on your money in case anybody asked.
And don't put
Wink.
your name on it.
Right. No, 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 no. Just but you have your energy in it and
Don't
then
put
go
your name and
spend
your
it.
soch on it.
No, no,
Right.
no.
That's what I was going to ask. So then you have to spend it, right, though, because you have to put it
You have to
back out
spend it.
into the world for it to come back, right?
Right, right. So even if you just have coins, guys, like put, your hands in it, put them in a bowl, put your hands in the coins, tell the coins you want them to multiply and keep multiplying and keep multiplying and then go out and spend them. So that's like doing a working a spell but you don't have to be witchy about it. You're just telling the money what you need, and and even if you want to go in and throw it in like a second collection at a church, or go in and throw it in the church, you're like, I want to give something
Oh, that's
back
a
to the
nice
spiritual.
idea.
Yeah, you can go or donate
You
some of
can
it
donate it
somewhere.
wherever.
Exactly. So just get that money energy back out there. Even if you're paying a bill.
Yeah.
Like I've heard about this. There was a woman who wrote a book, Catherine Ponder, and I can't
Mhm.
think of her money, but she has a lot of money books on money, and she would always put the energy back out into the universe. She's like, even if I was paying a bill, I would say, I'm so grateful I have this bill to pay,
Yeah.
and that this money will return to me. Of course, it'll, so you can always, even if it's a bill, you
Yeah.
can always, like for me going, because I'm in school again, guys, and so like when I went to pay my tuition bill, I was like, but then I said, I'm so grateful I have this tuition bill to pay, because then I can keep going in what I want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, should I have to pay should any of us have to pay tuition bills? No, we should all get education for free. But we should just thank you. So I guess I made a little political tone. We should be grateful for what I mean, I'll
agreed.
you and I just have to go off on a podcast about this at some other point. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you want, like I said, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for having to pay my bills. I'm grateful I have them. That means I have things. So,
I did
go ahead.
get an idea while you're talking. I have not tested this. So if somebody wants to test it and tell us how it goes, that'd be great. Also, you could do that, Bill. The idea was like, if you do nails for a living, right? Or whatever you do for a living, a lot of people who do that go to someone else to get that service for themselves. So I wonder if you tip somebody in the same profession, if that would enhance it in your business space. I don't know. It's just
I
an
like
idea
that
I
idea.
had.
I like that idea.
And this is what happens. We talk and we get ideas, and then we test them, and we'll see what happens. But
right. And if you guys want to test them and let us know for the next full moon, next new moon, because we'll be on in a couple of weeks again. We're trying to keep our lives to the moon cycles of new and full moon. So
we're not skipping them anymore. No more missing moons. Now we're having lives on.
We're all about them. We are soaked in the moon energy.
just seeping in it.
Just seeping in it. Exactly. Love it. Love it. So remember, Sagittarius, higher energy, higher purpose for education. There's adventure, there's travel. So if you guys are trying to plan a trip, there's some place that you really want to go, you can work with the Sagittarius full moon to say, I want to go on this trip, and do things like, guys, when you manifest, like say things like, hi, Lisa, I want to make sure that this trip is paid for easily and effortlessly. I want to go to this particular restaurant. I want to go see this or something better. Like, you have to just keep your language open.
I need to start doing that. I got a couple trips that I feel weird about.
I know.
I'm nervous. So we start doing. You're like, I'm actually saying, you guys, here's the behind the scenes. Everything Mary's talking about is stuff that I talked to her about earlier, and I probably didn't listen very well. So she's telling you guys to remind me.
Not exactly true, but I am sort of, for both of us. Let's say it that way. For all of us. That's what it is. So, listen, guys, let it play with the new moon energy. I mean, excuse me, the full moon energy this Wednesday, like I said, 7:43 in the morning. And the energy is around for 2 days before and 2 days afterwards. So even if you went out tonight, great. If you go out tomorrow night, great. If you get there by Friday, you can kind of sneak in, but just remember it's, we're trying to build off the full
last minute.
Well, just kind of get it at the last minute, because I know how some Sagittarians are. This one. Yeah. So it's like, oh wait, when's the holy cow? Okay, so
that's
I've made it in.
That's both of us every time.
It's every time. But
both of us every time.
So, there's a lot of talk about manifestation and things like that out there, guys. The only way you're going to know if you manifest is if you try.
Yeah.
It's the only way you know. Yeah.
And you're putting energy towards something you're interested in, right?
Yes,
something you want for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is good stuff. And I do know Billy and Lisa also are Sagittarians. Billy's a November Sagittarius and Lisa's a December Sagittarius. I'm a December Sagittarius.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So I know some of our folks here are Sagittarius. So Get ready to feel it on Wednesday, guys. Yes.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes, good luck. And Bettina,
Yeah.
I don't know if I did say hi to you, but I know my internet's been a little funky, so I hope you heard me. But go ahead. Go ahead, Jules. What were you gonna say?
My question was, I know we're getting ready to shuffle, but before we
Mm,
go there,
yeah.
can't you look at where the moon is hitting in your chart? So even if you don't have a Sagittarius, like what can impact, like what if it's
Yep.
over, let's say the Sagittarius full moon is over, it's not, but would be over, well, I hope my a moon in Aries.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we'd probably watch out for being too verbally charged when feeling a lot of emotion. Is that how that would work?
Yeah. So for you, I would
I
say,
don't
Julie, like the Aries moon's very fiery anyway, and then you've got the Sag moon, which does temper it a little bit. But this
I'm
this
just
is where
making stuff up. I don't know
no,
if that
you're not.
actually.
No, it's true. It's true. No, 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 you're not. And it can burst forward. So you want to be careful with the Aries. You're gonna be in your feels for folks with that kind of moon. You're gonna be in your feels with an Aries moon. And so just again, you are definitely one of those people that wants to take a beat. Because that could be something. That could be something. Yeah. Yeah. You might be letting people have it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah.
and then regret it quickly thereafter.
No.
But like I
No.
said, so you just kind of want to see like what if you're into astrology and looking at charts, right? You would turn the transits on and see where that moon is
Yes.
near in your chart. Is that
Yes.
correct?
That is true. Yep. So you can see how it's so for example, like for me and Billy and Lisa, we're all Sagittarius sons too. So Sagittarius moon are going to get close to each other. It's going to affect us differently than you, Julie, who has a quincux to your moon. So that's this is why we talk about guys getting your chart done and knowing
Quincux.
about your chart. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah. It's just it's knowing your chart can help you see. I know, excuse me for a minute. Can help you
Nope, with that
see
hair.
what
I
is the
love
how
it.
the moon's going to affect you. So that is something, looking at your chart, and you can get a free one off of astro.com. They won't interpret it for you, but unless you purchase a reading. But if you just want a free chart, astro.com will give you your chart so you can see it and all the symbols and all that kind of stuff. So and Susan, oh, you're welcome. I'm not sure what exactly we said that resonated with you, but I'm glad that was 2 minutes ago. So God knows what we said, but I'm glad it
I guess
worked.
sometimes we say good things that makes
Yeah,
me happy. I don't know what it was.
that's what we do. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad
We get to
whatever we said
talking, we don't.
resonated. Yeah. Yeah. So Jules, we should do some readings. Yeah. Should we do some readings?
Let's do it. So if people
Yeah.
want a reading, put I would like a card in the chat. And I'm watching multiple streams at once. So if you're like, hey, that person wasn't before me, they may have just been on a different platform than you were.
Right.
I promise I will do my best to get everybody. And if I miss something,
Mm.
Mary usually catches it because she's good at this as well. All
Oh,
right. So first we have Bill.
Bill. Okay.
And I'll let you get
Yeah.
started while I keep these going.
Yeah, that
Thank you,
sounds good.
everybody, for
Yeah.
working with us and how we like to make our list.
Hey, Billy. All right, Billy. So I got the Magician, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Star. So listen, things may
Ooh.
feel a little like you're on an island on yourself a little bit, Billy. Like you're fighting things off or trying to get your voice heard. And I'm going to tell you, I think that is going to get better for you. You just need to do a different way. So if you keep banging your head against the wall because of something, um, it's because the way that you're doing it, and it's not like you're doing something bad. I don't mean it like that. I mean it more of your communication style with someone isn't matching. So it may be a letter, it may be you buy them something, you know what I mean? Like I think it's something where you have to communicate a little bit differently to get your point across. So if you feel like someone's not listening to you, it's not that they're not listening, it's just you're not on the same page. That's all it is. So think about that, Billy, from the perspective of if you're not on the same page, like how can you get on the same page? What can you do? Now, knowing Billy being a Sagittarius, us Sagittarians don't like to do it the way someone else likes to tell us to do it or what we think.
Mm,
I don't know if you know that
that's
about me,
fair.
Julie. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Um,
am I a Sagittarius
right.
too? And I just didn't even know it.
we're sassy folks. So I know, but like it's Billy, do give this so you give an inch so you can get that mile. Okay. you give that in. So I know it might not be the way you want to do it. I know it might not be the way you like to do it, but it's the way you should do it if you want to get through. So, all right, Billy, it's going to be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next is Josh.
Josh, who I've also known many years. Not as many as Billy, but as many years. You're welcome, Billy.
It's not a competition.
No, I'm just saying. I just, it's like it's nice to see people like that I've known. It's like,
I know it's nice.
I
I'm
love
being
these people. I know.
I'm being
No, I
silly.
know.
The moon's getting me already. I'm just talking. Just talking.
Yeah. All right. So we have
Tina, I see what you're saying, but that's not correct on my list. We're going by my list. I got everybody. Just it's all good. I got y'all.
No,
okay.
Thanks, Bettina. I
Go ahead,
appreciate it.
Josh.
We appreciate it. Okay. So this is for Josh. I just want to. All right. So we got 9 of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, 6 of Cups upright, and the Lovers reversed. Josh. All right. Someone might have hurt your feelings pretty hard. Someone might have kicked your heart across the football field. Listen, it's going to turn out all right. I think what's happening here is, well, yeah, 7 of Swords, dude. Someone didn't tell you the truth about what was going on here. So even if it's not this person, I think the 6 of Cups is saying it's going to be all right. But like whatever you had happen here, and I want to say it was over the past month or so. Yeah, no, this, how can I say this nicely? There's better. There's better out there. There's a better friend, there's a better lover, there's a better whatever this is. It is like I hear the spirits go like, just wash your hands of this whole thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. So whatever this is, what the situation, lovers can be partnerships more than just love. My sense is it's a love relationship or was a potential one. They're not good enough for you, honey. They're not good enough for you. So, I would step back for a moment, kind of take a breath, see where that went in a place that you didn't like and how that happened, more from the sense of not blaming, but like, what could I do differently? That's all it is. It's just to reevaluate. We go back and we look at what didn't work and we make it change. So that's more of what I'm feeling for you, Josh. It was a hard smack, but I think it's one that's going to be very, very useful to you in the long run. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry you went through that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anybody hurting my friends, so I don't like that.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, Josh, just let me know if you need me to help you, darling.
We'll take care of
say
it.
it that way. Yeah. So I'll be
that's okay, Bettina. I'm sorry if I came in a little hard. I got y'all.
No, it's okay. It's all right. All right. So that was Josh. Okay. Who do we have next?
So Susan is next.
All right, Miss Susan. Okay. All right. Give me one moment, hon. Just looking.
Take your time.
Yeah. Susan, I feel like we have to go through some old things in the closet. I feel like that there's some things that you need to get rid of. Bye, Josh. Take care, honey. See you next time. So Susan, I got 5 of Pentacles reversed. I've got 7 of Cups upright. I got the Magician reversed and the Lovers upright. So in this case, it's like partnerships are really being helpful to you right now. Doing things solo might not be the best way to get things done. I feel like I see you going into old purses and old like closets and starting to really clean stuff out. And I would recommend that for you because you got a whole bunch of new stuff coming in. For me, the 7 of Cups in this case is more of the abundance coming in at you. Sometimes 7 of Cups is a lot of choices. But just based on what I'm looking at on the deck and what I'm getting psychically, it's more of we got more things coming in. So if you can, I think it's symbolic in addition to physical. Like when I'm saying clean out your closets, I mean also clean out the closets, right?
Yeah.
Because there's more to come here. And I think if you're not ready for it, not that you'll miss an opportunity, but it'll be harder to catch up when the opportunity comes. So, what's the phrase that we use, Julie? We're gonna be ready, so do we have to get ready? So
stay ready, so you don't have to get ready.
Stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Yeah. So that is your mantra, Susan. You gotta stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. All right.
There you go.
Yeah. So get rid of the stuff that's overwhelming you or it's over art. I feel like it's like, ugh, So let's get rid of the stuff that no longer belongs. And by that, again, I think it's symbolic too. Declaring so true about things coming to me. Yeah, you got a lot of new things coming, Susan. You got to make room for them. All right.
Nice.
You're welcome, darling. All right. Who do we
All right,
have next?
next is Bettina.
Oh, hey, Bettina. All right. Let's see what we got here. I just want to give it a couple extra little shuffles.
Sometimes it tells you to keep going.
Yeah, it does. It's like, and I,
Mhm.
I listen. I got Page of Pentacles upright, Bettina. Then I've got the Two of Pentacles. I got the Six of Cups reverse, and I've got the Ten of Cups upright. Now, I think, Bettina, that there is something here that you want to either do for someone you really care about, or like I feel like, so I know, guys, I know Bettina outside of this, very generous, wonderful lady, very much full of love, and I feel like you've got your heart set on something here, Bettina, with that Page of Pentacles. I want to give this thing, but two things I'm going to say about that. One is it's going to take some time, so not that you can't have that happen, but I think the timing you want it to happen, it's a little wiggly. But the Ten of Pentacles tells me here at the end, it's like we get to give and experience what we'd like to do, but we've got to take a minute before that happens. So I know you're trying to push for something to happen in a certain amount of time, but like Nine of Cups here at the end is saying to me, wishes are fulfilled. It's just, I always say there's our time and then there's spirit's time. And that whole thing drives me crazy because I
Me
hate to
too,
say,
dude.
right? It's like spirit time. What do you mean? But there is this thing about spirit time. And honestly, Bettina, well, no, that's true. What I said about you, Bettina, being very generous of spirit and heart, that's totally true about you. Very full of love. So that's the thing I would say to you, Bettina, is like, just give it the time. And I know it can be frustrating. Our dear Bettina's Aries sun. So she's an Aries girl. So she likes things to happen quick.
Girl,
And
same.
right. But
Girl, same.
give it the time, Bettina. It's gonna come to fruition. It just needs a little more. It's not quite cooked yet. That's the thing I get. It's in the oven, it's
Let her
cooking, but
cook.
yeah, let it cook. Let it cook. Yeah. So um that is, so Bettina, that's for you, darling.
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
For folks that are watching on the replay, and again, I apologize to folks out there who are watching. I didn't say anything earlier about you being here, so thank you for watching. If you've stuck with us this long, we appreciate it. I'm
Oh,
just going to
yeah.
do a real. Sparky said the same thing about a timetable. Yeah. Sometimes, it's what it is. It can happen. It's just the timing. I just want to do some kind of general for everybody for the next couple of weeks with the Sag full moon and just what we're going to be experiencing out there with the energy. And we
Let's
know
do it.
things. Yeah. Love you too, Bettina. You're fabulous. So guys, I would say for the next couple of weeks, here's what we got for cards. We have the Queen of Swords upright.
Oh, no, where'd
We
she
have the
go?
Ten of Cups reversed, and we have oh, I'm here. I'm here. Hi, am I here?
Can you do it so you start
No.
again? I'm sorry. You're here.
Yeah, I'll start again. No, that's okay. All right. Queen of Swords upright, Hangman reversed, Ten of Cups reversed, Justice upright. Um,
Mm.
so these next couple weeks, I think you're going to have to really pay attention to detail. I would not put things off if you got a that you need to pay and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Call them at least. You know what I mean? Like say, hey, like it'll come. The thing is the Queen of Swords cuts things out. Like we just, you know, and I think you might have to be a little more discerning on what needs to be cut, what needs to be removed, what needs to happen, because if you don't, you're not going to get the things that you want over the next year. And I know that sounds very general, but like, yeah, Ten of Pentacles reversed here. It's like all those things you want are within your hands, but it's almost like you have to be the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is like, I have my sword and you don't belong. So, and she's a little merciless, and a little bit of, if a phrase a friend of mine used to say was, she's not suffering of fools. Like, don't come to her with BS. She's not going to deal with you. So I think that's some of the energy you guys have to take on during the next couple of weeks before the new moon is, what do I want? What do I want to tolerate? What do I want to really just enjoy? And what do I want to get rid of? And now is the time to just get rid of stuff. Listen, anything that's meant for you, you'll never miss. So if something's not working out right now, if something's not coming to fruition, it you can't miss it, guys. It'll come back around. Your timing just may not be the time.
Mm.
So yeah. So don't get frustrated if something's not working. I think you really need to take a very hard look at what's in your life and what doesn't need to be there anymore. Because we got to make room. You got to make room, guys. I'm saying this for myself too. Got to make room. Yeah. All right. Well, I think Julie, we are almost at 9:00.
We are. We got 2 more people. Are you?
Oh
up
yeah.
for 2
I'm
more
sorry.
people?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see him.
That's okay.
Thank
No,
God
I
you're
got
doing
you.
it.
Okay. So we got
goodness.
Lisa next.
Yes. That's why Julie's the brains of the operation, guys. That's why.
We know that. We are equally brains and not brains. It just depends on the day.
Yeah, who's in custody of the brains
We just
that
trade
day?
it off.
You got
Just trade it off. It
you
could
have
be hour
custody of
by
the
hour.
brains. That's true. All right, Lisa, 6 of Swords upright, 2 of Swords upright. We've got the Page of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. Love you, Billy. Good night, honey. So Lisa, it's like, can we have one more thing happen? I mean, really? I really feel like it's like, what do I have to deal
That's
with
rough.
next?
Yeah.
Lisa, I think for you have some people, and I know you know this, Page of Cups here too. You have some people that really love you. I know you know that. And we're all going to make sure you get through. You know what I mean? I think, I know the hits just keep coming, and I'm sorry, hun, but I think for you, it's, you need the community. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. I know Lisa's all, like I mentioned, to Sagittarius. She's not exactly afraid to say what's on her mind, but I think, Lisa, it's a lot of, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now. Can you come over? Hey, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Can you talk to me about it? That kind of stuff. So, this is all about the community right now, Lisa, for you, because knowing Lisa, she is someone that's very giving to community. And so it's time you call calling those in people. So, as much as Lisa, you may not want to talk to people right now, talk to the people that are going to be, your support right now. That's important. Yeah. That's what we're all here for. I had posted something on Facebook the other day. I'm not connecting this to Lisa. That's not what I'm saying, but I had posted something on Facebook. Like, it takes 12 minutes to change someone's like attitude or feelings or what, like the mood they're in. And I said, I always have 12 minutes. So there's a lot of us that have the 12 minutes. Yeah. So reach out, Lisa. Okay. All right. I know, girl, just keep doing it. Just keep banging us on the head, yeah, that's all. Girl, things will settle down. Lisa's been on a rocky ride for a while. So, and I think that's understatement, so yeah, it's going to be all right, girl. Keep letting us support you. People here, people, in your community, all that. All right. And then you said we have one more. Darling.
Chrissy is the last one.
Hey, Chrissy. All right. Lisa, you're okay, honey. Purple heart. There we go. All right, Chrissy. 5 of Cups upright, 4 of Wands upright, the Chariot upright, and then we got Devil reversed and the 5 of Wands reversed. You know what I'm getting out of this, Chrissy? That things are going pretty well for you, but you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'd really... And there's 2 reasons why you're thinking that. One is because in the past, the other shoe has dropped, and you're like, ugh. But I also think either someone's in your ear telling you the shoe's going to drop, or they're telling you something's too good to be true, or almost like someone's psyching you out. And here's the thing. There are people who are like this that are just malicious mofos, right? We don't care about them. We care about the people who have the good intentions, and they don't mean to sort of say the things that are making you doubt yourself. But I think you've got some people who are trying to be helpful, but almost like a little too helpful. They're not really supporting what you want to do, or they're not really seeing what the vision is, or they just don't know. Like, I had a friend of mine once who, she wanted to be a writer, and she had all these people telling her not to be a writer. And I said, okay, are any of those people telling you not to be a writer? And she said,
solid
no.
Question.
Well, right. And she was like, no. I said, so how do they know you can't make a living as a writer? Like, you hear that, you'll hear that, oh, you can't make a living at arts, but people do it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's and sometimes people, you have to supplement like jobs within your art, or you just have to work at it a lot, and then you can make a living at it like any other industry. But
Right.
I just feel like it's almost like that's what's going on, Chrissy. Someone's like telling you these things and you're like, wait, do they really know what they're talking about? You
Hmm.
know? So that's the thing I would say, Chrissy, is just be careful of like the people with the good intentions psyching you out.
Hmm.
That's because I mean, at the end of the day, it's really us doing the work and us doing um the ideas and us doing the things to get us to where we want them to be. Sometimes people have different reasons why they try to discourage you.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point. And Lisa was like, "Ooh, good," and I agree. Like,
Yeah,
I think it could be different things. It could be like they're worried for you. What if that doesn't work out? Or
right.
just like, I don't think I could do it, and it's something I wanted to do, so I never did. Like, you never know
Hmm.
where that person's coming from. It may
Right.
not be malicious, like you
No,
said,
no.
but that
So that's
doesn't mean you don't have to take
mhm,
their worry on in making your own decision.
absolutely. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. I mean, listen, it's nice that people will be like, "Hey, what about this or that?" And maybe if it
Sure.
sounds like, "All right, let me go check that out." But honestly, there's people like who say things that sometimes I'm like, "How do you even know?" Like,
Right.
you know?
Right. Oh, yes.
Um, yeah, so I love that people give their opinions, but if they're not helpful, um, you can tell them what to do with that. Is that a nice way to say it?
It is, it felt
Yes.
very like a kindergarten teacher who's like, when the kid only talks all the time, they're like, they are a delight to have in class. They always have so much energy.
Yeah, they have a lot to talk about.
They have a
Yes.
lot to talk
Lots to
about.
talk about. Yes. So,
Yes. It was cute though.
yes. So that's what I would say, Chrissy, is that, you keep going, girl. And like I said, it's
Yeah,
well intentioned, but not what you need right now. Or really at any time.
which is fair
Mhm.
and okay to say,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
protect your own space.
Protect your peace. Protect your
Mhm.
peace. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, Jules, I think we are
We
almost
did
at the
it.
9 o'clock hour. Yes.
It
I
is.
apo- I apologize, guys, for the internet being wonky on my side. I hope you could catch most of what I was saying. Um, so that's why I'm going to ask Julie if she can do all of our handles and how you can find us, because obviously her internet's working better than mine. So, Jules, how do our friends find us?
Well, you guys can find us at our website, hypeclub.live. You can listen to our podcast, High Priestess Hype Club, anywhere you like to enjoy your podcasts.
Mhm.
We're on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at High Priestess Hype Club. You can find Mary at marydalba.com. You can find me at julieatkinson.com. I think most of Mary's social media handles are Mary Dalba Official, if that's right. And
Yeah.
I'm at Which I'm Trying.
Yeah.
So come hang out and find us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in
Yes.
2 weeks anyway,
Yes.
back here on Alive.
Yeah. We're going to
Oh,
be here. What? Go ahead.
so
What are you going
and
to
I was
say?
just gonna say, and you can always email us with questions, comments, updates, at
Yeah.
hype what is it? At High Priestess Hype Club
Hype
at
Club. Gmail.
gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's guys. We are available if you have questions. If you want to let us know
Yeah.
how it's going, anything that you'd like to update us on. We'll be on in 2 weeks, right around the full moon. Watch our pages for it. We do a little video and advertising for all of that. And you're welcome, Chrissy. Thank you all for being here with your energy. It was a pleasure to do readings for you. For folks who made it through the replay too, thanks for being here. And just remember, as we always say, you are magic. And we will see you next time. And don't forget that you are definitely magic. Good night,
Here you
guys.
are. Bye.
Bye.